From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
Mike 44, Mike 44. Come on, come on. Check safety, check safety.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I got you, punk.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game when emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rip right, rip right. 18. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 53.
From the 41, Wilson is complete to Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 41 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
All right.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
On the Seahawks 38-yard line.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Like 50. Hey, Ribblin. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Five. Move. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Switch. 36.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I got it. Alpha.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. It's caught. Lockett. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll find Metcalf. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Right.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Seahawks 7.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down.
It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be interesting. Sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's where you belong. 2, fellas, let's go. We gotta go, baby. Check 3, check 3. Check.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He's coming. We got time.
This is Carson.
Go.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this 1st half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the 1st half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run it with Carson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, Wilson going for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Lockett. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Yellow. Switch gears. Big Dan, 80 weapon. Big Dan. Watch safety creep. Hey, 15. He's creeping.
Able to slither by. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Go. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, 43, 15.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
First and goal.
Here we go, see, get on the field. Check 15, check 15. 15. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Turn up. Kill. 15. Deuce. Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Push him back. Hey, watch it. Scene 6. 54. Mike, 54. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Move the team. Mike 44. Bring it. Bring it. Slam, slam, slam.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Wilson, dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I'm going back to you. 14. Danny, hustle. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Come on, D! Switch it. Come on, switch it. That's right.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They're running it. Friday.
Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. Go! One left. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go. I'm coming. 50's the Mike, 50's the Mike. You got nothing.
Wilson going to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch out. Hold up. Zoom. Hey. 50's the Mike.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
36 power. Let's go, Mike 50. They can't hang with us. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Who ain't got? Good guys, 4 down. Move complete. One left. Right.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Here's Mahomes to throw, and he will find his big tight end over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Now here's Mahomes. And you have to figure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got tight right there.
Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check 24. Check 24. 12. Hayward. Check 43. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Touch 50. Mike Popo. I'm coming after you. Why? Get wide.
Now Wilson to throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st down, Seahawks.
Keep tight end. 44's Mike. Check. They gonna need some therapy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Check 49. Switch.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Yellow.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Finding room at the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Seattle.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
He's taking up a ball behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Gets through and now an opening. Just bowling over tacklers. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores